discussion with the Pueblo of Laguna Tribal Administration, public health officials, and the governor, we have decided to cease casino operations for up to 30 days. Until then, safety first, fun later. We will see you again soon.
If this is what you picture when you hear the words fish sandwich, it's about time you ate some new pictures. Arby's crispy fish sandwiches, 2 for $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
The team that stands for New Mexico. You're watching KOB Eyewitness News with Danielle, Colton, and Steve.
Right now on KOB4 News here at 6 a.m., the coronavirus is not slowing down yet, but plans for federal relief are now caught in a partisan battle. Plus, even more bad news for the economy in our state as the oil prices continue to slump even more.
And Presbyterian is continuing their coronavirus testing at a new location. If you are showing symptoms of the virus, I'll let you know where you need to drive to.
Good Monday morning. Thanks for joining us on this March 23rd, 6 a.m. now. I'm Danielle Tedesco. Coronavirus is obviously heading our news again this week, but we can't forget about the weather, so we've got Eddie Garcia filling in to give us that forecast.
That's right, Danielle, and good morning to you. We're expecting a very warm outlook for today. In fact, the prediction is 68 degrees at the Albuquerque Sunport, beating the average of 62. So we'll see if this comes to pass. Hope it does. And then we start looking toward the annual rain. We're not too far behind, although we could always do a little bit better. And right now, 47 degrees, so we're not quite to that high just yet, of course. Wind speeds are looking calm. We're going to continue to see those calm conditions until a little bit later on into the afternoon hours. Around lunchtime, you'll notice that wind starting to crank up a little bit. 58 degrees by lunch. We're going to be seeing those sunny conditions really breaking through. Across southern New Mexico at this hour, looking at some 40s and 50s, about 50 degrees in the Roswell area. Across north central New Mexico, the northern area of the state, yeah, those temperatures still a little bit on the cool side. We're anticipating that the wind speeds will not stay calm like this. So straight ahead, we're going to be tracking high wind alerts, also some fire danger you need to watch out for. Also, why not mix in a little bit of rain and snow, because we're going to be seeing that within certain areas of the state.
Traffic Watch, brought to you by Speedway.
6:01 Monday morning, taking a look at Waze, reporting standstill traffic on a short stretch of Wyoming right at the Kirtland entrance. This morning, our entire country continues to be affected by this pandemic. Right now, health officials are treating more than 32,000 cases in the U.S. alone, and at least 400 people in the U.S. have died. Fortunately, none of those deaths have been here in New Mexico, but our state does have 65 confirmed cases now of the virus. We're also seeing hundreds of work closures and layoffs. The federal government is working to help those affected, but partisan bickering now getting in the way. Tracy Potts explains what's holding things up.
A vote scheduled for this morning may now happen in the afternoon on phase 3 of Washington's coronavirus rescue plan. $1 trillion for small businesses to pay workers who aren't working.
Our goal is to get relief to Americans as quickly as possible so that families can get by.
If you're a small business, you'll get 2 weeks of cash flow to pay your workers.
But Democrats want guarantees that owners can't reinvest the money into their companies, leaving employees without paychecks.
This bill was disgraceful.
Large corporate bailout with no protections for workers and virtually no oversight.
Our nation cannot afford the game of chicken. This is, Mr. President, a national emergency, not a partisan opportunity.
5 Republicans will be missing from today's vote. 4 self-quarantined, plus Kentucky's Rand Paul, the first senator to test positive for COVID-19. Meantime, President Trump says the government's sending hundreds of thousands of medical supplies.
We are trying to focus those shipments on the most critical hotspots in the country.
Not nearly enough. It's not fast enough. We're way behind the curve.
We're about 10 days away from our public health system not being able to support coronavirus patients.
Ohio, Louisiana, and Delaware have now issued stay-home orders to keep the virus from spreading. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
So let's take a look at the world markets right now. You see almost nothing but red on that map, and that means the countries around the world are seeing losses this morning. The markets won't open for about another hour here in the U.S., but we expect more losses when they do.